Okay. Now this sum numericals is from concise physics. It's a number 15. Now what they told here, a uniform meter rule of weight 10 GF is pivoted at its 0 mark. Then what moment of force depresses the rule? Now first you see the diagram here. Now if you know a meter rule, so 1 meter rule means 0 to 100 centimeter mark, and you know the weight of the meter rule, that's the center of gravity, where the weight of the whole meter rule acts is at center of gravity, and that is the 50 centimeter mark. Now what they told, a uniform meter rule weighs 10 GF is pivoted at its 0 mark. So that means it is fixed here. The meter rule is fixed here. It is pivoted to say a platform, to a wooden block like this. So now if it is pivoted here, okay, at this 0 mark, then what will happen, this rule will depress in this way, right? This is the ground, this is the ground, and this is the 100 centimeter mark. And why it is depressing? Because it is due to the weight. So weight acts at which point? The center of gravity, and here at the center of gravity the weight of the body acts. Okay, so this the ground will be this way, and the weight is given 10 GF, and then they told what is the moment of force depresses the rule. Moment of force means, now this is the force or the weight of the meter rule which is depressing the meter rule. So this is the force, but you have to find the moments of force, and moments of force means force into distance, perpendicular distance from the axis of rotation, or where it is pivoted. So finally we can say for number 1 that the moments of force that depresses the rule is equal to force into perpendicular distance. Now force is how much? 10 GF, and this distance from here to here is 50, so it is 50 centimeters. So the answer will be 500 GF centimeter. Understand? And next, part 2, what they told, how can it be made horizontal by applying a least force? Now how can we make this one horizontal? That means in equilibrium, balanced. We have to pull this meter rule upward, and by applying a least force, and you know that for turning any object, for rotating any object, the least force, the point of least force is at the greatest distance from the axis. So try to understand. So if for number 2, if I want to give a least force and keep this horizontal, I have to pull this in this way. The least force should be applied in this way. So it was depressed like this, and if I pull it, now it becomes this, and now in that case it will become horizontal. They told how it become horizontal. So when I pull it back, it become horizontal by applying a least force, and And since it is horizontal, we can say that it is in equilibrium as long as I am holding it up. So that means I have to find this force. So that means if I say let the least force, now in bracket we can write applying at the greatest possible distance. From the pivot. Pivot, that is 0 mark. Now you can see that since in horizontal position the rule is in equilibrium, so in that case we can say कि anti-clockwise, according to principle of moments, we can say that anti-clockwise moments is equal to should be is equal to the clockwise moment. Now try to understand, when it is depressed in the downward, it is due to this weight, and it is turning in this direction, so it is turning in this direction, and you can understand this is in fact clockwise direction. And when you are pulling this up from here, so when you are pulling this up from here by applying a force, now this force is in fact actually the anti-clockwise direction. So anti-clockwise direction, the force is how much? F, anti-clockwise, and distance from the axis of rotation, distance of the force from the axis of rotation, that is 100. So it is 100, and clockwise moment is due to this force, and how much? It is 10 GF force, and distance is how much? 50 centimeter from the axis of rotation, and therefore I can say F equals to how much? If it is 500 by 100 GF, that is 5 GF. So that means we will apply a least force of 5 GF at the edge, that's at the from the 100 centimeter mark, to make this horizontal. Understand? Okay, next sum is number 16. A uniform half meter rule. So meter rule is of 100 centimeters. So half meter rule means it is 50 centimeter. So this is 0 and this is 50. So same as a normal meter rule sum. Instead of only a meter rule, it is given a half meter rule. In a normal meter rule for 100 centimeter, the center of gravity, that means the weight, acts at 50 centimeter mark. And in this case, half meter rule, the center of gravity will be at 25 centimeter mark. That means the weight of the rule or mass of the rule, you can see it is acting at this point. It is acting at this point. And what they told, a uniform meter rule can be balanced at 29. So generally it should balance at 25. Without keeping any weight on either side, it will balance. But what they told now, that it is balancing at 29 centimeter mark. So 29 is, say, more or less here. If it is balancing, now normal case you can understand it can't balance, it will fall. But when a mass of 20 gram is hung from its one end, so naturally if this is if it is balancing here, the meter rule will tilt in this way. So to keep it balancing, so I will keep a mass of 20 grams. So naturally the 20 gram will put on the other side. So that means the mass of 20 gram will be put here. That's all. So this is the weight of the meter rule. So therefore it will hang this way. But since a mass of 20 gram is kept on that side, it is kept balanced. And now you have to find this M. So Again, anti-clockwise moment is equal to clockwise moment. So this for m, the moment is in this way, that's the anti-clockwise, and for this it is this way, it is clockwise. So I can write m into, now this one will be what, 29 minus 25, 29 minus 25, and it will be, this will be how much, 20 gram into 50 minus 29. So this distance is 50 minus 29, that is 21. So finally what I get, m into 4 is equal to 20 into 21. So m equals to 20 into 21 by 4. So finally I get m is equal to 105 gram. So that is the mass. So I can say m is 105 gram. Okay. Okay, now see this sum. A uniform meter rule of mass 100 gram is balanced on a fulcrum at 40 centimeter mark by suspending an unknown mass m at 20 centimeter. So first we have to find the diagram, and then we have to find the value of m first. So the diagram is very important here. They told a uniform meter rule of mass 100 grams. So again 0, 100, center of gravity is at 50 centimeter mark. That means the mass of the meter rule, the weight of the meter rule is acting at this point. Uniform meter rule of mass 100 grams. So that means this is 100 gram here, 100 gram. And it is balancing at 40 centimeter mark. So 40 centimeter will be here. That means it is balancing here. So understand, generally it will balance at 50, but it is balancing at 40. So it will tilt in this way, and to compensate that, an unknown mass of m is kept at 20 centimeter mark. So this is 20 centimeter mark, and at 20 centimeter mark, when this m is suspended, a mass of m is suspended here, then this is balancing now. Now we can find the value of m again here. Anti-clockwise moment is equal to clockwise moment. So this is anti-clockwise, and due to this force, it is anti-clockwise, and due to this force, the weight of the meter rule, this is clockwise. So anti-clockwise moment will be m into how much? This distance. So it will be 40 minus 20 centimeter, and clockwise moment will be what? This into this distance. So that is 100 gram, and into what? 50 minus 40 centimeter. So finally we get what? M into 20 is equal to 100 into 10, and therefore finally we get m is equal to 100 into 10 by 20. So I get m is equal to 50 gram. Okay, understand number one? So this is how we get number one. Okay, now number three, what they told you. Number two. To which side the rule will tilt if the mass m is now moved to the 10 centimeter mark. You can understand, mass m was previously, it was as 20. Now they are telling if it is slided to 10 centimeter, then in which side it will tilt. Now it will tilt on the side where there will be greater moments of force. And if and you know that if both the anti-clockwise moment and clockwise moments are equal, then they will not tilt, they will be in equilibrium. But if the moments are not equal, then they will bend in that direction. So what they told, that now this m is in fact shifted at 10 centimeter mark. So now suppose this is 10 centimeter now M, and we already got M as 105 gram. Already got, sorry, we got M as 50 gram, right? So in number 1 we got mass M as 50 gram, and now it is shifted, this mass is shifted at 10 centimeter mark. Now they are asking which side. First of all, let us calculate the moments. Now this is anti-clockwise moment due to this, so this is anti-clockwise. Now what will be my anti-clockwise moments? Anti-clockwise moment will be 50 gram into this much, 40 minus 10. So I'll write, in fact we should write GF. So 50 GF into 30 centimeters. So you got how much? 1500 GF centimeters. So this is the anti-clockwise moment, and now we'll get the clockwise moment. So clockwise moments is due to this. So due to this force means the weight of the meter rule. Clockwise moment will be what? 100 gram. Mass is 100 gram, but we'll write force as 100 GF, and this is how much? 50 minus 40. So we got 100 GF into 10 centimeter. So we get 100 GF centimeter. So we got 100 GF centimeter. And now you can easily understand that now we can say that since anti-clockwise moment is greater than clockwise moment, therefore the meter rule, the rule will tilt. So naturally this is more, so it will tilt in anti-clockwise direction. Okay. And for number 4 what they told? Number 3 what they told? In fact, 3. What is a resultant moment? Now, resultant moment, moment is equal to anti-clockwise moment plus clockwise moment. Anyway, for anti-clockwise moment we use positive sign, so we'll write here plus 1500 GF centimeter, and again plus. Now for clockwise moment, we'll use minus 1000 GF centimeter. So finally we got 500 GF centimeter is the resultant moment. Okay, understand? Okay, and what at last what they told? How can it be balanced by another mass of 50 gram? So you can understand we have to use a mass of 50 gram, and how can we balance? You see that anti-clockwise moment is greater and clockwise moment is less. By how much? By 500. And we have to use a 50 GF centimeter. Now for balancing, what we require? Now I have to use a 50 gram mass naturally on this side, because this side the moment is less. So I'll use this side, right, because it is turning this way. So I'll use this way, but where I will put that I don't know. So directly I can say that for balancing it, I can say that in equilibrium, an anti-clockwise moment should be is equal to clockwise moment. Okay. Now let 50 gram mass be kept at a distance x centimeter from the right side of fulcrum. So that means this side I am keeping at x, wherever it is, it can be anywhere. So now I can say that anti-clockwise moment should be equal to clockwise moment. Now what is anti-clockwise moment? Okay, let me rub this. You can see here. Now see at the top. Now anti-clockwise moment should be equal to clockwise moment. So anti-clockwise moment will be what? 50 GF into 30 centimeter, that is 40 minus 10 centimeter. This is anti-clockwise moment and should be equal to clockwise moment. Now clockwise moment, this was 100 into 10. And since I don't know where to keep this 50 gram, I have taken x from the right side of the fulcrum. So I can simply say it is 50 into x, this distance from the fulcrum. So what I get, 50 into 30 is equal to into 10 plus 50x. So I get 1500 minus 1000 is equal to 50x. I get 500 is equal to 50x. I get x is equal to 10 centimeter. So 10 centimeter from the right side of fulcrum. From the right side of fulcrum means therefore the 10 centimeter from the right side of fulcrum, that is at 50 centimeter mark, because the fulcrum was kept at 40 and 10 centimeter from there, 50 means on the same place where the center of gravity lies. So in this place only we will keep that weight of 50. So finally you are getting that 150 into 10. So you are getting 1500 GF in anti-clockwise and again 1500 GF in anti-clockwise, and therefore it is balancing. Okay, understand? Okay, that's all.